Quick update. I'm up to 4,125 viewers as we push to 5,000. As I told you before, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. Everything's not going to happen as quick as I want it. One day you get the $100 bonus. Next day, come up a little short. You know me. If you don't know me, Martin Morris, 52 years old, 17 years of retirement. Heading on 18, that I'll be able to get $20,000 to $30,000 of passive income a year, but that's then been reduced because of COVID to $2,000 to $3,000 a year. So I started the Undercover Billionaire Study Group, and part of that Undercover Billionaire Study Group, where we have $6, $60, $600, $6,000 programs, where we're like following the Undercover Billionaire strategies. I go over the closes, and it's important. Like if you go back and watch part 1, talked a little bit about using emotions in closes. Let people get emotional, man. 2, some guy called, when I did the cold calling, the guy says, "Oh, I've talked, 4 or 5 of you have already called me. Why don't you sell my house?" I said, "Hey, that's a good idea, sir." I wrote down his name. I'll find an investor. He doesn't want to list with anyone? Fine. It's okay. The house that he wants me to buy is 50 years old. And they probably took it off the market because they said, "Oh, the housing market's hot." Yeah, the housing market's hot for houses 1 to 2 years old. They're not hot for 50-year-old. You ain't gonna, $500,000 for your house, man. I know you guys be thinking that. Don't worry, I've been there, man. I've been there. So you got to educate them, so they're all bitter and they know how they think you're trying to rip them off. And the facts are the facts, man. People can be as emotional as you want. What I'm talking about is I've done a lot of cold calling for a real estate agent, and I've done cold calling before for a property. And people just think their property is a certain value, which it is, but in certain areas it's not. Which basically what I'm trying to say: if you're buying a new house, if you go buy a new house, you go pay $650,000. That's the going rate. Now, if you have a house that's 10 or 20 years old, basically, I hate to lie, I hate to break it to you, but it's really a piece of shit, man. You ain't gonna get no $650. You may not even have that. IRS depreciates a house after 40 years. So if your house is 50 years old, you don't get any type of deduction. Just think about the weather, earthquakes, arguments, dogs pissing, you pissing, mini earthquakes, God knows whatever else, termites. And you got a person who's arguing with you when you're trying to get them to do some work on a 50-year-old house. My house is this, my house is that. You let them get emotional. Or like the lady who told me she came into the house. What the hell does that mean, man? Are you coming into the house to kill the husband and the kids? I mean, what are you trying to tell me, man? You don't take care of business? I mean, that's what I thought she says to me. Or another lady has my house for 50 years. Or I had another one say they're going to rent the house out. Oh, my fucking God. Now I know they're lying. Oh, we taking it off the market and we're going to rent it out. Okay. That means they thought their house was more than it's worth, which it's not. Which means there's probably some type of work that wasn't done up to code that the new owner has to accept. So you can decrease the price. Number 2, they're trying to tell you that they're just pissed, really. Like, we're going to keep it and rent it. You don't want to rent a house, man. Shit. You want to rent an apartment with 20 or 30 units, you get some quality people and the police to help you out. You're going to rent that house out from anywhere from a duplex to a triplex to something under 10 units. Why don't you just go bash your head against the wall, man? Cops ain't going to help you. They're going the city, the county, they all, code enforcement, all will be on in your ass. Now, if you have 50 units, 30, 100 units, then they all going to be your friend. So whenever you hear people say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to rent out my house," no. After they put it on the market, especially, no. Something happened. Now they're pissed. "Oh no, we're gonna rent to a psycho." yeah, right. Look at all the people who rent out their houses during COVID who didn't get paid. Is that what you want to happen to you? You want to put somebody in there who ain't gonna pay for free? It's almost worse than having a relative, man. At least with the relative, you can toss the fucker out. With this guy, you can't even get him out. Newsom, the governor, all you people. We don't want anyone homeless. We don't want anyone homeless. So you ain't getting paid. You're stuck with the squatter. And you still got to pay the taxes. Because if you don't pay the taxes, they going to take the property from you. So when you hear they go rent it out, Yeah. Okay. Well, let me ask you, what if you're gonna rent it out? Blah blah. Okay, I'm getting off track. I'm just trying to tell you, when people tell you this stuff, just say, "I hear you. I understand. I hear you." Let them get pissed, hanging up on you. It's or like you're going in to finalize a deal for a washer and dryer. I didn't know it'd be that much. Man, you looked on the internet. Your wife looked on the internet. Either you buy it for me, or you can go down to the wash house with the crack addicts and the EBT cards. How you want to play this, How you play this, dog? You want to get this one? Send your wife where she could get raped, or find some good guy that should make more money than you and dump you. Go to a laundromat. Some guy comes by in a Porsche. She's like, hey, this guy looks good. Young guy looks good. Better than my husband. Overweight. Ain't bringing home no money. And also talks a whole bunch of shit and wants me to suck his dick at the same time. And he's more than a 1 minute man. Fuck this guy. I'm going with this young guy. So you can do it now, Chief. You can pay me now, or you can pay the lawyer later. How you want to play it, dog? So just let them get pissed. Let them get pissed. Give them a reason. So that was what I talked about in part 1. So let me give you your close. Today is Wednesday, so this is the day you should be pushing for closes. This is where you should, like, with the month about to end, you need to be pushing people where you're starting to position them where, hey, what can I get you to do, sir? What would you like me to? What can we do to get this done? This is where you got to just follow up. So I think what would be after sitting and watching a Costco line for 20 minutes and seeing people go in and for trying to save $50, 50 cents on gas while they're doing $2,000 to $3,000 to their cars. I thought, hey, let's do the budget close. Let's read the budget close from Grant Cardone, page 160. Here it is. Everyone who buys from here is over budget, but we still work it out. We have a support group that meets here every Monday. I need your approval here, here, and here. She's like, yeah, I understand, sir. It is expensive. I understand you think it's a lot of money. But hey, you know what? Just do it anyway, man. If it's that bad, hey, once you make the payment, you can come back here. We have we have a group that meets here that we talk about these type of things, and you can like meet with our support group. How does that sound? So you don't have to panic. Wait. When they say budget thing, yeah, I'm sure it's a lot of money, but you probably knew that before you even got here. I need your approval here, here, and here. Don't be afraid when people say they're on a budget. What does that mean? I'm on a budget. I even want to say myself, what's that mean? I was on a budget. I said, I'm on a budget. I'm only spending $100 on groceries. Every time I go, I'm spending $165, $168, $144. And I don't even buy alcohol. Like every time I get in the car, I'm like, what the fuck did I buy, man? I bought the razors. I know the razors are about $24. I bought the meat. I bought the bread. That's about $4.50 because I want to get the light bread. After that, I was like, I thought I was getting a deal on every time I think I get a deal, I'm like, man, it's like, so I do it anyway. So when you're saying your budget, you can go home to your wife and tell her, oh, honey, the peanut butter was expensive. I didn't buy it. She'll be like, what this fucking idiot? Kick your ass back out there and buy the peanut butter. Well, I didn't want to do this. No woman wants to hear that. That's what I'm saying. If you're a man, you're on a budget and you're going to get upset with your wife for spending more money than she could, shame on you. So that's what I'm saying. Study these closes. The reason want you to study these closes so you can bring more cash in. The more cash in, the more confidence. The more confidence, the more wins. The more wins, the more you'll do. The more wins, the more you'll do, the happier your wife will be, the happier your kids will be. And then you won't find you in a line like this to get gas thinking you getting a deal. Is that what you want to do to your wife? You want your wife to have herself waiting in line to get gas at Costco? Do you want to humiliate yourself waiting in gas to get what you call it from Costco, man? Come on, man. Learn these closes. Help me get up to 5,000 viewers. I'm an engineer talking to you about sales. Let me help you. Also, we're selling Grant Cardone survival books. $50 for Grant Cardone survival books. I need to sell 50 this month from my boss. Help me get that done. I'm pleading with you. Let me get I need 1,000 of you to help me out for 1,000 viewers, because you're not only helping me, I want you to help yourselves to make money. So it's up to you guys. Let's get this done. 5,000 viewers by the end of the day. Also, I need about 30 new subscribers. We're going to get it done. Watch how I'm pleading with you. I'm begging with you. Just help me out, man. Help me help you. I've learned as an engineer, now that I'm in the sales, the more money you have, the more confidence you have, the more less tricky or risky things you'll have to do to make money. You'll push all your money into doing things that give you a return instead of giving you stuff that gives you pleasure, or you trying to one up the neighbor. You're in a house for 50 years, living next to a neighbor. You guys one up each other with cars. Why? If one up him with money, man. If you're gonna bash someone's head in, hey, bro, I got some cash. I'm going to Vaughn's shop. I'm going to Albertson's shop. I'm going to Sprouts shop. I'm going to Whole Foods to shop. Where are you going? Costco to shop? That's enough to make me want to learn how to close. My name's Mark Morris. I live in California. Send me $1,000 to P.O. Box 540, San Bernardino, California, 92402. Let me make California great again.